any spook in him or anything, huh? But does he? But it's a little spook, okay. Point taken. It's proportional to the horse. Got it. Yeah, I know. That's what Sutir was telling me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. He'll be happy to have a real girlfriend, a committed relationship. Oh, she probably would have, or found someone for him in her barn, which is what she did anyway. I know she likes to produce horses for her own clients, as do I, and I can, then you know what you're selling somebody. No horse is perfect, but you can match up their strong points and weak points and make them work. The devil unknown, as Tira and I often say, that's the one you don't want. The devil known you can do. And just take your time. Get the neck to be a little more through. Good for you. Yep. Well, you can tell from your first ride that I didn't know it was so early on in your relationship, and obviously you've gained box loads of skills, through the other horses you've had, because it sure didn't look like one of your first rides on Monday. Yeah. Well, and you will say he's little, but remember that Gunter Seidel, this is what all his horses fit like. I mean, think about that. If you think about Gunter, if you think about Stefan, if you think about all those guys, you can see their other boot on the far side. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Think about it. So to them, that's the same proportion as what you're sitting on right now, or close to it. And that's a part that women forget is that there's a lot of just 6 feet tall men on a 17-hand horse, and you can see the boot on the other side, and that gives you the idea of the proportion that I would have, and I can't see your boot on the other side. So, I mean, that just tells you that. I mean, I often think people say, well, he's small as a woman, but it's like, well, that's because you've been riding horses that were where the middle of your knee was not at the drop away point of the shoulder. Your knee was above that point, and so you were squeezing yourself out of the saddle your whole life. You've never felt that feeling of having your knee be at the drop off point or below it, like every man has every day. So yeah, and because of that, I can do things on little horses that I can't do on a 17-hand horse. I can use the more direct, correct tools on a smaller horse that's 16 hands that I can't use on a 17-hand horse, because it's just about a trick then. It's very nice. That was very, very nice. Super. Very nice. You decide when you're ready to trot. You know him better than I do in terms of the warm up, so or not, or we'll figure it out together, I guess. Whatever you do, you know more than I do. Yeah. She's like I am. We have to go to work. There's 3 more waiting, or 6 more waiting. It's beautiful. Yep, very, very square. Really nice in your hands. Yep, find that little right half halt on the outside rein. Make him stay under your weight a little more so you can stretch him down. That's perfect. Exactly. Got a big engine, this little horse. So you're gonna have to get your transmission installed right off the bat when you get on him. Isn't that a nice feeling? Yeah, got stuff to do. You're right. Absolutely. Beautiful. And go right. Keep aligning his balance with your balance. Supple down the left so that he can't. So when you sit into his back, he doesn't drop it. Just get that figured out. That's my first goal when I get on. I don't know about everybody else, but I want to make sure that when I sit into their back, I get them warmed up enough in the neck they don't drop me. Perfect. Exactly. That's just where I start. You know, you figure out if that's a good place for you to start, but for me, that's kind of essential. It's beautiful. Very straight, very square. Good for you. Lovely. 10-meter circle at P just to check and see where your turning aids are this morning. Lovely. Straight ahead. Lovely. Super. A little more supple left. And then take him off your right leg. Good for you. Little half halt. That's a big trot to start with. There we go. That was really good. Super. You decide when you want to sit. I want to get a couple of transitions going. There. Beautiful. I think you can risk a little more and put him a little more on the bit pretty early, because I think if you don't, that engine is going to overrun the transmission. Do you know what I mean? It's a big hind leg on this horse. Yep, supple left. You're good. Super. Supple left and smile. You got plenty of trot. Yep. And yep, that's okay. Sit into that left rein and just wait for it. Half halt again. Sit into it and wait for it. You gotta sit back, buddy. Good boy. That was really well done. So you use your body weight and your elbows. Gotcha. Well done. Beautiful. 10-meter circle. Again, don't let him pull you out of your left seat bone. That helps me. Sit. Lean into it. Yep. Your hands are good. Yep. You just got to come over his back a little more and warm up. Beautiful. Super. Down center line at C and a shoulder in right. Is that okay? And I know I'm throwing you right into the work, but it looks like he's in a good place for it. Your left hand comes directly at A. Yay, team. That's lovely. That was lovely. Really stable angle, really through his top line. Little tiny bobble there, that was it. Just a loss of balance. Good boy. Sit. Find a half alt right now. And like I said, with a horse this strong, I usually just think sit into the back. There we go. That is your collected trot. It's early for that much collection, but if he's good about it, I'm okay with it. You don't want to get any more collected. Is that fair enough? Okay. Because I think you'll end up with a little too passage trot. Good. Shoulder in. Strong inside stomach half hold. There you go. There you go. Strong inside stomach. Yep, hold it. He has to feel that. That's okay. Let him find it. Yes, well done. Good job to push him through. How do we feel about this trot?
Well, that's good. I just
Yep.
this is it.
But how do you feel about it? Does it feel pretty good? Okay. Okay, that was what I was asking. I'm trying to have you, wanted you to language it in your head so when you're out here doing this by yourself and you think, you get to this one, you think, yeah, Kate said that was okay. You know, so that because you're changing horses and then you have to get a new sense of proprioception on the one you're on. Center line, shoulder, and left. That's okay. Find his left tongue. His left tongue, his left jaw. That's it. So you bring his left side of his back up. Really well done. Karin, really well done. Yep. Now find the right side of his tongue. Do you feel him give a little? Excellent. Recognize that these Iberian horses will lift the bit a little bit in their mouth. So sometimes you have to press the bit down a little bit lower in their mouth. And that arches their neck, as opposed to a warm blood where you can have a more direct connection backwards because of the way their backs are made. So if you feel like he's coming above the bit, see what happens if you press the bit down rather than pulling the bit back. See what I mean? It's an angle issue that has to do with the fact their necks come a little bit higher. Shoulder in right. You got it. Got it. Got it. Yes, exactly. So when I feel like they're really getting twisty, I check to see if dropping the bit a little lower in their mouth might make a difference in how they work. Got it. Perfect. You're with your mom. Stay there. Little haunches in. And again, keep the bit low on the left. That's okay. Good boy. Good answer. Take it. It was a mistake. Yeah. Right? Hard to get mad at a canter that looks like that, isn't it? Well, I wouldn't feel bad for him. Oh, no. Well, that says something about the guys you dated, not the guys you're dating, not the guy you're dating. I don't mean guys, I mean like horses, but you know. Great. And like I said, if he comes up, check to see if pressing down on the bridle. Yes, that's it. Would be a better answer than pulling back on it. There, feel what you did? And it just has to do with the fact so much of their neck sometimes rises above the bit. Yeah, feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So much of their neck rises above the bit that it's really an issue of getting them to arch a different way. Yep, too much. Wait, straighten it out. Look in the mirror. You don't want to have so much angle that you lose the bend. There you go. Down center line, shoulder in. And half pass a little. Just take it sideways. Just enjoy how easy it is. You got it. And then you smile and you let them write a number on your test, and that's all. That's good. Very well done. Now press down the right. Get him a little more through the right side. Good. That's it. Good. Doing okay?
Yep.
Okay. That's a beautiful trot. And there you found that magic spot in his mouth. Feel it? Then come down center line, shoulder in again. Yeah, yeah. Good riding. Good riding. And your half pass. Well done. And take a walk break. What a good boy. We'll come to the canter in a second. That was beautiful. And such a good hind leg, huh? Just place the bit low if he gets fussy in the walk. There you go. See how that works better than the left-right that works on a warm blood? And a free walk. We'll give him a little 2 seconds to stretch and go to the canter. I learned that years ago with those archy-necked breeds, boy. If you pull straight back, they think they're getting choked to death. And if you press down, they find a way to arch those tall muscles over the top of it. It's just an interesting, you know, observation. Tira's out here in her parka. Not yet. It's sunny out, Tira. It's beautiful. It's deceiving. Yeah, it's deceiving. Is it really? It's their summer, right? I was going to say the penguins are reproducing and eating. I was laughing because we were only about 3 degrees difference about a week ago. We had a real warm streak in Minnesota, and you guys had a real cold streak. So I was chuckling away at the fact that we were only about 8 degrees difference.
Yeah. So that you might as well just live where you want.
Well, no, because next week it's going to be 18 below on Sunday morning when I do chores. So no, you're doing better than we are. Okay, go ahead and pick him up. It depends on how you feel about 18 below. Yeah. Actually, I like the sun too, and I think that's one of the reasons I don't mind Minnesota as much, because actually it is typically sunny most of the winter where I live. It is cold, obviously, but it is sunny. Just like I could live in Denver. That would be my perfect environment. Okay, let's get his bit placed correctly where you want him in the mouth. Super. Take your time. And then, yep, you're still, like I said, you're still on your first couple dates. Thanks to Match.com over there. Yep, press down left rather than left right. There you go. There you go. And then he'll release the jaw and give the throat latch a little more. Good for you. And a canter when you're ready. Beautiful. That's okay. We're still in the learning stage of that. Yep. And your canter when you're ready again. Yep. Circle and think of your inside stomach muscles. Now seat, seat, seat. There you go. Then your half alt's have to match it, but she really does come from her seat. Seat. That's okay. That's okay. Next time I'll try it again. I know you're, like I said, this is all going to work itself out. I'm not worried about that. Yep. Yeah. Half halt and then collect and go. Beautiful. And we're going to get past this opening. And straight ahead. We're just going to do short periods of this. It's beautiful. Well done. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. A 10-meter circle and at the end of it a walk. And we're going to do a few of those to start the warm-up. Yep. And this comes from your seat. So when you come to the walk, think tall. Perfect. Good for you. That was quite good. Only one trot step. Good for you. Keep him small now in the walk. Don't let him walk away from you. Yep. Even smaller. Nope, too big. Don't chase him into a warm blood walk. Small, clear, and canter again. Beautiful. And sit. And sit. And sit. Well done. And sit. Well done. That's okay. We just didn't push a little with your seat at the end of the sit. That's okay. And canter again. Just feeling for that. And sit and push your seat. 10-meter circle. We're finding it. Take your inside rein. Nope, then canter right away. Just pick it up right from there. Don't wait until that's right. He's smart. He'll pick up on the stopping pretty quick. That's it. Yep. You got to go, bud. Thank you. Yep, you just might have had to have a little conversation. You love him very much, but he's got to cover for you a little sometimes. That's right. That's right. Good riding. Yep. Straight ahead. It's just getting in those 20 or 30 steps before you walk. That's what you want to do. Super. And when you're ready, walk before you lose them. Good. And sit. And a half turn. Now don't lose the walk and chase it away from you. A little smaller. Make him stay back. Good riding. Yep, he stays back with you. Good. Slowly. He's got a huge stride. You have to make, that's it. You have to make some adjustments for. He's really sideways in the front legs, and so you got to be really careful that you give him time to get the spread in front. Does that make sense? Okay. Right. He's got a huge spread in the front legs, and so if just like his half passes will feel slow, his half turns will feel slow because he has to get one leg planted before he can bring the other one around. He's got a long, slow step. And collect a little bit. Straight back, not left, right. Good. Straight back and canter from the left side of your stomach. You're close. Good. Got it. Got it. And think of how you started the canter and repeat that feel every 3 or 4 steps. Got it. Got it. You got it. You got it. Straight ahead, circle, 10-meter circles it, 10-meter circle at B, seat, beautiful. You chase the crow away. Good, good, good. Seat, inside stomach, good. Great, 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 and walk. Oh, perfect. That was beautiful. Sit really quiet. Again, bring him back to you. They're really different because what you do with your seat shows up in your horse. Warm bloods let you you can clamber all over them and they don't care. Collect on your seat, bring him straight back into your lap. Smaller steps. So this is a medium walk. It has to come one more notch back before you can canter. There, and canter off your inside tummy. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. You just need a little bit of timing. Good enough, then you just try it again. Outside leg, inside tummy. Nope, that's okay. Walk again. Yep, because there's a passage button in this one that's kind of right there. And a little left bend. There you go. You found it. Don't worry about this. This is just the learning part. I've been through this about 1,000 times with really nice horses and riders. Yep. Yep. And straight ahead. Beautiful. 10-meter circle again. I'm just using that because that helps us gauge our collection. Excellent. Excellent. Seat. Seat. Super. Seat. Bring him right up into the saddle, just like you did in the walk. Good for you. It's just like a walk. Good for you. That's it. And walk. Bring him right up into the saddle. It's got a powerful uphill transition. That's really good. Just make it small. Now we're going to do another half turn. Really tiny steps. Just see how small you can get them. There you go. Now your half turn. Just push the shoulders around the hips. He won't make a mistake behind. He's incapable of it. Look how beautiful that is. Could you see it in the mirror? That was lovely. That was really good. And then we'll do one more canter this way. And again, you get him back on his hind legs. You think of how he felt right before the half turn, and that's the place for the canter to part. Yep, correct. Yep, if he's crooked, it means you're using too much outside leg and not enough inside seat. Got it. There you go. Beautiful. That is beautiful. You just need about 100 hours of that. And I don't mean that in a mean way, just that you build your seat muscles to be this powerful and this stable. That's it. That's it. In a 10-meter circle. And walk. You nailed it. That was the one you were waiting for. Good. Free walk and let him rest a little bit. Remember you were saying that? Where he stopped on your seat? Okay. Karen, well, but you were, because your seat was correct, and so he gave it to you. I will give you one piece of advice on these Iberian horses. There's a reason that all of those riders ride so beautifully, so quietly, is because they bred a breed of horse that makes you sit like someone in the Spanish riding school. You know, they are on your seat. They're made to be on your seat more than on your leg. That doesn't mean you can't use your leg, but do you feel what I mean? If you sit tall, they come right up into the saddle. If you lean back, you drive them under their forehand. If you get forward on them, they get hollow. But if you learn to sit in that magic spot, they become so light, and that's why they're so addictive to those of us that love the Iberian breeds, whether they're Lipizzanos or Lusitanos or Andalusians or whatever they are, because you will become a beautiful rider. And I think if you look around this farm and you watch people who have gone from warm bloods to Lusitanos or whatever, that's what you typically have here, you can see how many tall, quiet riders you get. It's like looking at a barn full of the most solid. And if you see my Lipizzan riders, they're the same way, because they don't respond well to the warm blood aids of a wrestling match. Do you know what I mean? Warm bloods, you wrestle with. You wrestle with those big muscles. You wrestle with that incredible temperament that is so strong. You dropped the Kleenex. She's cleaning up after you. But you know, we learn a style of riding when we ride a lot of warm bloods that has a little bit of wrestling to it. Do you know what I mean? You wrestle with them.
I had to give up
So much of your seat. And it is my, and then if you get a warm blood that's that sensitive to your seat, it's usually hot as hell and will kill you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Then you have a different set of problems. You know, when you get one that's that off your seat, then 10 people on the planet can ride it. You know, that's what makes it so difficult. And I think that's the reason we're seeing such a uptick in these horses that are more back sensitive, because we now have saddles that fit them better, and some of the difficulties of those horses, you know, we now are getting saddles that fit the Iberian horses better. But we also, you know, it's so fun to practice sitting pretty. It's so fun to practice sitting tall and elegant. You know what I mean? It's enjoyable, because the wrestling match gets really old by the time you're in your 50s. So, okay, let's pick him up one more time. But you could feel how when you found that beautiful place right behind your belly button that got tall, he lifted his back up into the saddle, right? You didn't have to stop his hind legs. He coiled himself and then stopped his legs into the walk. And that's the thing you thought was so attractive. You know, and you'll have, you know, little things like that. And when I make, you know, weird comments like just canter around like that for like 10,000 times, what I'm saying is just get to the feel where you can just own that canter like you were doing right there. Now watch your walk rhythm. Get yourself organized. Bring it back into your saddle with you. You just stargazing a little here. Now close your left hand and say, now stay here. And there he is. There you go. So you can't let your left hand drift forward because he drifts forward with it. You have to find the box and quietly place him into it. Don't lean forward. Sit in. So you push him into your rounder frame. There you go. There you go. And a trot when you're ready. And your goal is right now to find the middle of his back and the tallest, most perfect position to be in, so that he's not in front of you more than 1 inch. He's for sure not to the left, he's not to the right, and he's not behind you. He's exactly 1 inch in front of you. And that you bring his weight, his center of gravity, which is a ball that is right between your hands, you keep bringing that closer and closer to your center of gravity by your hips. Feel that? And you get to the point where you own that connection between those two centers of gravity. And I know that sounds very philosophical, but it's not on these horses. There, feel how light he got? Keep bringing him into your seat, by your center of gravity. And then when you want to collect him, you bring him into your saddle. You don't pull back on him, you bring him into your saddle. You got it. That was super. So that doesn't mean you don't use your reins, but you know what I mean? You don't, that was great. Yes. And then when he's right, you see how little you can use in your hand. You don't drop him, but you see how little it can be. You see how much you get. There, you balance in between the forward aids and the backwards aids. And learning the collection on these guys will make the extension flippin' amazing. That's it. That's it, Karen. That's it. And you just bring them right with you. Super, 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 super. And we'll do that half pass again. And I want you to think of that center of gravity as an actual object that lands between your hands. And you're going to just displace it to the right. You're not going to think about what your legs do or your seat does. You're just going to displace it. You're going to take him with you to the right. Right tummy muscles. So you can stay with him. Half alt left. Don't get in a hurry. A little too much outside leg, believe it or not. Good riding. There he became over his back. Feel it? There he got in line with your center of gravity. Beautiful. Well done. There. See how light? That's super. Because you put his center of gravity back and said, no, I'd like you to keep it here. And then he gets, he says, cool, I can do that. And yes, you can. Yep. Yep. You got it. Not too much leg. Remember, you're moving the center of gravity, and that's in the shoulders for these guys. They can all cross their hind legs. Every one of them. So let's go straight and come out of it. And I want you to start with a little more go left. I want you to start with a little more shoulder for positioning. Don't think of it as a haunches in going sideways. That's warm blood. In one of these guys, it's get your positioning left. Now take your shoulder in left. See the difference that makes? Because they all go sideways behind the saddle. There's not one of them you're ever going to have to chase from the back leg. See, now you have bend and balance. Wrap him around your left leg a little more. His hind leg will come. I swear to God, his hind leg will come. There you go. And push him away from you with your seat. To a little bigger trot, and a little more over the back. Straight ahead. A moment or two of forward and back. Yep. And then bring it back into your seat. Beautiful. And then bring it out. When you get him, that's right. It's just training. It's just learning to talk to each other. And bring it back. So good. Doing okay? Shoulder in right. Down the next long wall. Again, find your positioning that he's wrapped around your inside leg. It's the shoulders of these big horses you have to get around your inside leg. Half alt right a little with your right tummy. And now half pass. It's a shoulder in going sideways on these guys. Half alt right. That shoulder's running a little bit. I know it doesn't feel like it. There, it's not running anymore. There you go. Good job. And go right. I just wanted you to feel that how much slower it can be, and you have to give him time to give him, to let his legs spread apart, his front legs spread out. Wow, that's pretty. And he does. Well, there, yeah, they do. Yep. You're going to get off in a different spot, tired, as opposed to your legs. It's your core. And then we're going to do another shoulder in right. Bring him around your inside leg. Right tummy muscles. Holds him back in that center of gravity. Good. And then your half pass again. And feel that he can't fall right. Or you don't want to push him until he falls right. Half alt right. There you go. So your positioning is clear. You can go either way. I don't care which. Perfect. The last 4 steps were perfect. You kind of felt him in there, didn't you? That you were right by that perfect spot. Yeah. Stay low. Stay low. He's a little horse. There you go. When you get too high and get too back into the saddle, then that would be great if your horse was 17 hands. But at this height, your hands will rise above the feel. That's right. Super. And a shoulder in, push his hips out in the corner, and then your half pass one more time. I know we're doing basic stuff, but that was phenomenal. You moved his center of gravity, and that was what took him sideways. Could you feel that? That was beautiful. You just got to practice that until you can do it like in your sleep. Careful, don't push him too hard. So what you would like to, in the next month or two, do there is you'd like to increase the engagement and the activity, but not the speed. So you could have bigger crossovers, you could have more bounce in the trot, you could have all those things, but don't get fast. Yes. Add a little bit of bend around your right leg. Okay, well, that was fine. Okay, that was fine. Okay, then at least we were in the same place. And a walk without losing the connection. Beautiful. There, that was on your seat again. I want to do one more canter. And again, hands low. That's okay. You just have to be a little more there for him because he reaches into your hands and sometimes you just let go. And collect. Put him on your seat and bring him into the canter with your seat. Beautiful. And bring him back a little. Think of your pirouette. Where does that live? Yep. Yeah, that's okay. Just a little bit, yep, and that's your seat stop moving a little bit. And canter, just a thought process. That your seat has to hold him in the canter. Like that. Like that. Like keep cantering. There, keep cantering with your seat. Keep cantering. Great, and then come out a little bit. See there, your seat didn't stop cantering like it did before when you're first riding him. And then keep cantering as you bring him back. Show him you're going to support that. Super, 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 super. That's okay, but you got the idea. Yep, you tried to, right? That's okay. Do one more canter. I'm not going to kill you. Well, maybe I will, but yep, stay back.
This is for your next ride.
Awesome. Yep. And your canter. Yep. He's just thinking hard. And we're getting towards the end. Even he can get tired. Good. Now cut your corner a little bit, just so you don't have to get right by the gate. And seat, 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 stomach, stomach. Give your inside rein a tiny bit. Stomach, 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 stomach. Now walk. Stop your seat. And a free walk. He's pretty perfect today. Walk across the diagonal and we'll get one of those to the left. Yes, the other way. Let's pick him up one more time. I know. Yeah. So just bring that center of gravity back, his nose towards his chest. That's right. Bring him totally onto your seat, and when you're ready, make your whole body canter within 1 millisecond, all of it at the same time, which is the trick. I think you have to like do the 1, 2, 3, go. Yep, you can learn that because he's sensitive. Did it. That was exactly what I wanted you to do. That was really, really well ridden. Now find your pirouette with your seat. That's okay. Whoop. That's okay. And then we canter again. You're going to get amazingly good hips. Hips, 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 hips. Good. Hips, hips, hips. There, you're on your seat. Well done. Hips, hips. Yep, that's okay. Yep, they just have to practice that a little bit more. And then canter again.
Plus I had a big patch on the butt. Who sees your butt? It's down the second.
Good. And then bend left and canter. Yep.
Oh well.
Well done. This is just feet. And jump. And jump. And jump. And jump. And circle. And jump. That was well done. And jump. And jump. And jump. And jump. And jump. And jump. There, you've got enough jump for the canter. And jump. Good job. And bring him back a little bit, but keep jumping. Good. And then your walk transition. Good job. Okay, we're done. That's fine. I think you got a lot of good feels today. Oh, he's super fun. Super fun. Yeah, I am. Magician about food.
Brought to you by Equestrian Video Productions LLC.